Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Ghost Stories with Axel. And Happy New Year's to everybody. It's 2026. 2026 has finally arrived, ladies and gentlemen, and we are starting the year with a bang. You guys absolutely love this series, and I do so as well. So I thought, what's a perfect way to start the year? And I decided to bring back this series. I'm excited. I am hyped. I got a bunch of good stories to share with you guys. But before we start, I do want to say thank you very much for all the great support you guys have been giving me for the past few months. Ever since I moved out here again to California, everything has been absolutely great. The support, the new lifestyle that I'm living, everything has been good so far, and I thank God and I thank you guys a lot as well for that. The videos are only gonna get better. They're only gonna get better, and the fact that I'm already uploading on the first day of the year, that should say a lot. So yeah, expect a lot of new videos dropping every single week, maybe 2 videos a week. I'm gonna work my ass off this year. You guys are gonna be right here along in this journey with me. And I got this great scary story for me to share. I mean, by the looks of the title and thumbnail, it might not seem like a scary story, but trust me, you will understand what I'm saying. What do you guys know about the dream people? There's a phenomenon most people never talk about. Not because it isn't real, but because it's hard to explain. They're called the dream people. You don't see them when you're fully asleep, and you don't see them when you're fully awake. They appear in that moment in between. They don't move, they don't speak, they don't react when you notice them. They're just there. And there's something people warn you about. They say you should never tell them they're in a dream, because once you do, things start to get weird. Some say they stop looking human. Some say they get closer. Others say they finally look back at you. This is my experience. The dream people. You know, these phenomenon beings, characters in your dreams, I never knew they were actually scary until the day that I came in communication, or the better way to put it. This is a dream that happened to me, but in most cases it would probably be considered a nightmare. Lucid dreaming. I've heard many stories that it's very rare for you to notice that you're in a dream, and then you could change the whole story of a dream once you realize that none of it is real, that what you're seeing, who you're talking to, nothing's real. This happened a while back. I'll say maybe like last year, I believe so. For some reason, every time I have dreams, mostly all the cases I dream about my hometown and the apartment that I grew up in, the spectrum. For I don't know why, there's just my memory, like, I don't know, it's just core memories and they're stuck in my brain, and usually every dream I have, it always takes place in my hometown, especially in the streets that I grew up in. From what I remember, the first scenes of that dream was, the dream started in my apartment. I was walking in the hallway and I was walking with a friend of mine who me and her were very close at that time. I don't really remember the exact conversation we were having at that moment. However, I do remember noticing my surroundings, and I noticed that I was in my apartment in Santa Ana, California. I was living in Phoenix during this time, and this person also is from Arizona. And like I said, it's very uncommon for you to like know that you're dreaming, to be in a lucid dream. So I don't know why, but I guess at this moment I cracked the code and I snapped out of it and knew that this was not real. I started thinking, I had that thought in my head. I said, wait a minute, what is she doing here? What am I doing here? I don't remember how I got to California, and that's when it clicked me. And I realized that I was in a dream. I don't know why, but I always do this when I'm dreaming. I pinch myself for some reason, and I don't feel it. But there's been moments where I've done that in other dreams, and I tell myself, oh no, this is real, I'm not dreaming. But for some reason, this exact dream, I knew that I was seeing something that's not real. We were walking around my apartment, and then out of a sudden, a whole different scene popped out. We were like in a classroom, and I guess we were gonna go to a class or something. And I remember just telling myself, this is not real, like in my head. So instead of going to the classroom that out of nowhere it popped out, like trying to change the scene of the dream, lucid dreaming, you could change everything and you could make it what you want. And I guess that's what I did. And I remember I told, okay. Me and this person, like I said, we used to be very close. And some points in my life, I developed some feelings for this person, but never told her. Oh my God, you guys, please don't laugh at me about this. I'm just telling you what happened. So I was face to face with this person. I don't know, for some reason, in my head. And my head was telling me to finally let it go. I guess it's something that I kept in my head for so long, and maybe my brain was just telling me to get it all out. Even though it's not real, just, I guess, open yourself up and tell this person the truth. And even though that I knew that this wasn't real, I still felt pretty comfortable and felt that I was getting things out of my chest, even though it wasn't real. So basically, I confronted my love to this person, and I told her that she meant a lot to me. And you know what I fucking mean, bro. First of all, I didn't say all that corny ass shit. I'm just trying to make the video interesting. I just said, hey, like, I used to like you and this and this and that. But let's forget about that. Let's not make that the main point of this story. Either way, I knew that I was not in the real world, and I don't see this person anymore. So that's only the better way for me to kind of express my feelings. I'm just being honest, and I don't think me texting this person in real life would make it feel, I'm just, you know what I mean. So I did that, and then she said, oh, like, that was so sweet of you, like, I felt the same thing. And I was like, damn. But I wasn't gonna let that make me forget that I was not in the real world. So then, out of nowhere, we ended up being in 4th Street, downtown Santa Ana. You guys know where that is. And out of nowhere, we just started talking. I can't remember the conversations. It's kind of like a blur on this stage right here. So we were talking, confessing a lot of things, some stuff that we talked about like in the real world. We ended up bringing it back here. Well, my mind brought it back in the dream, and I thought that was pretty cool actually. Like, I don't know, like, I guess the brain really does store like a lot of memories inside you. I don't know. Inside your mind, I don't know. And then at the end, I hugged her and I kissed her. I remember that. And damn, bro, like, that shit felt so fucking real. That shit felt real, man. Like, everything, like the moment, the confessing, and everything, it felt real. And my bad, I forgot to mention this also. So when we were at 4th Street walking around, there was a lot of other people around us. Just random people. I wasn't paying any focus to them. I don't know how they looked like. I don't know if I saw somebody else that I knew. Just keep that in mind. And this is where I make the biggest mistake ever in the dream. I told the dream person, well, my friend, in the dream that I really wish that this moment right here was real. And that's when everything got weird. Everything got, oh my God, I get goosebumps just by remembering this. This is when the dream became a nightmare. So she looked at me confused and said, "What you mean?" And I said, "Oh, this is not real. Like, I know that I'm dreaming and I'm probably gonna wake up in any minute now. I'm just confronting everything here, but I really wish I could have told you this in person when I had the chance." And then she looked at me with the blank stare. She looked around the surroundings and she said, "You're not supposed to say that." And I was like, "What? What you mean? It's not real." Like, I pinched myself and I said, "I can't feel a pinch. This is not real. None of this is real. This is all happening inside my head." And when I said that, that's when I started paying attention to my surroundings. I've started to notice that the people in that dream, the dream people, started looking at me. Blank stares. Everyone around there was just looking at me. They looked mad. They looked scary, man. That's something that I do remember. They looked terrifying. Just imagine you. Just imagine you by yourself, and then a bunch of people that literally, I guess, look at you as a threat. That's a better way that I could explain it. And then I said, "Why is everybody acting weird?" And then she told me that I was not supposed to say that or everything's gonna go bad. And then that's when everyone just started staring at me. No face expressions, just a blank, silent stare. That shit was terrifying, bro. To this day, still kind of makes me feel uncomfortable. It's just, you gotta experience it yourself. That's because I don't think I could explain it the best unless you have yourself. And then the one that I was talking to, she told me that I should probably walk away. And I said, "Or what?" And then out of nowhere, I looked around me on my left side and someone started walking towards me. And then the girl that I was talking to, she disappeared. She was gone. And then I was like, they're gonna fucking kill me. That's exactly what I thought in my head. And then at that moment, for some reason, I forgot that this was all a dream. And for some reason, I thought everything was real again. I tried running. And you know when you try to run in a dream, you're in the same spot? I couldn't move at all. And somebody grabbed me. I remember this man grabbed me. And he tried to like knock me down, like take me down and stuff. I don't really remember how I got out of that exchange, but all I know is that I was for some reason running now. And I was running fast and everybody started chasing after me. And oh my God, I guess during this moment I was terrified out of my mind. And I overheard someone say to shoot him. And then in my head, I was like, "Oh no, they got guns. They're gonna shoot me." I couldn't remember no more that it was fake. Everything was a dream. I thought it was real again. I started telling myself, I can't believe this is how I die. They're gonna shoot me and they're gonna shoot me and I'm just gonna die. I'm not gonna survive multiple gunshot wounds. And I remember telling myself, I hope it's a quick one. Damn, that's terrifying. And I guess when that happened, I ran around my apartment, tried to make the front entrance, and there was this man standing by the office window. And for some reason, he looked very familiar. He had a blue suit on and a red tie. And then out of nowhere, I just snapped out of it. I woke up in the middle of the night. I was sweating, bro. My whole entire shirt was wet, was filled with sweat. I don't know. I guess I was under a lot of stress or something. I mean, I was terrified in that dream, and I guess my body was reacting to it as well. That's a crazy. I mean, thinking about it now, That's a crazy ass fucking dream. I don't really drink that much anymore for some reason. Honestly, one of the most scariest dreams I've ever had, or a nightmare if you want to call it that. I don't know why, but the best advice I could give you is if you ever know that you're lucid dreaming, it's better to not try to communicate with any of the dream people around you, because they don't know that they're not real. They don't know that. They think they're real. I mean, you created them in your mind, and I guess they do have somewhat of a personality, or that's what they think they have. And I've heard many stories of people saying that you shouldn't tell them that they're not real. So my best advice is don't talk to them. Don't try to communicate with them. Stay away from them. Worst case scenario, you could trigger something in that dream and turn it into a whole ass nightmare, man. All right, people. That was the first video of 2026 and the first scary story of the year. This is going to be a short one. I got a bunch of new stories like these. I also like to do them short because I don't know. I feel like the shorter videos are also, I don't know, they do pretty good on YouTube as well. Next week I am gonna be dropping another scary video that I am gonna work right after I finish recording this video. So if it's not too much to ask, people, please do like, comment, and if you're not subscribed yet, please do, so you won't miss any of my future uploads. I got a whole bunch of ideas for this year. Maybe I should just say it now, but I am gonna be live streaming on Twitch this year, and hopefully I do start doing that this month, January 2026. Let's just start the year good. Expect videos, maybe 2 videos, 3 videos a week now. I am gonna work my ass off this year. I already told y'all. If I could make YouTube a career, live streaming a career, that would be an ultimate accomplishment for me. Anyways, people, Happy New Year's. Stay safe, and remember, anything is possible. Good night, people.